I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right, greetings and welcome. Good morning, all the viewers and the supporters of I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, my name is Man. And guess what? The NFL show is back again. We took a break for Thanksgiving, right? And then last week, due to unforeseen circumstances, we were not here. But the stars are back when they talk about expert in discussing NFL. So here's what we do. And I Am Sure Sports. We take Jamaican content and give it to people in the diaspora. And then we take American content and give it to the Jamaicans out here so they can know what is happening. So this is the NFL show. And you don't know what management said. Baltimore Ravens for the Super Bowl game. You know, Lamar Walker, no joke. You understand me? I understand it. That's my pick. So we'll see. But, you know, we have the experts. I'm not. These guys are very good, you know, because when it comes down to giving picks and stuff, they're most times very, very accurate. But before we even welcome them, you understand me, I want to big up the sponsors of this video. Trick Nick is a Jamaican-owned and operated company in Canada that uses authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. And they're offering 25% discount on all their products. All you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca and use the code I Am Sure Sports 001. It is going along right there in the watch this bam right there in the banner. Just check it out and support Trick Nick. In fact, in December here, they are giving away a box full of Trick Nick products to someone in Jamaica, and he's going to come on the show and tell you how you can win that one of these days. Big up Noah Hutchinson, thanks for joining in. And Mana Steel says that he has no idea about the NFL, but he's joining today so he can learn the sport. So I know little about it, so let's bring on the expert. Right, former Kingston College standout. He's a cricketer, so you know I don't know how he's doing NFL stuff, but you know, a good cricketer, made probably some 20s, 30s, and 40s. Can't see him making any 50s, you know. The man from out in the east, you know, all the way over there in Arizona, we have Sir Chris Lynch.
Yeah, man. Good morning, mornings, and good morning. Welcome back, like you say, welcome back. I'm a very good all-rounder if you would like to know anything about me. The white ball cricket is my specialty, you know. Did well there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we
Welcome
also
back.
have all the way, I mean, man, lived in Jamaica, lived in Canada, a big Raptors fan once, but now he supports, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's Golden State, I don't know if it is the Brooklyn Nets, I don't know if the Milwaukee Bucks. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure out which team I need to time down to, and I can't figure out that by now. On the radio, they call him G-Star. Welcome. And here you go.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Morning, gentlemen. Chris Lynch, big up yourself.
Yeah,
And
morning.
it's Raptors home team forever. Brooklyn Warriors in that order.
My one favorite one, I'm finger them for one and money. So G-Star.
For the record. I don't get tied down to one team. Morning.
And your quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens is not Lamar Walker. I don't know why you wake up with Lamar Walker.
Lamar Walker.
Yeah, I got that Lamar one. Just, Lamar Walker. No.
That's a good one. Yeah, man. So what's going on, guys? 2 weeks off. I mean, we're back now. I mean, take it away, man. Talk to the people. Welcome, Fresh God. And somebody's asking Chris Lynch if you play in let me just, you can take these two questions. He's asking if you played locally, if you play cricket locally, but only
I never play no club cricket.
Okay.
Yeah, I never play no club cricket.
And then he's asking if you play in the USA league.
I didn't get my pen.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh no, because they're too far. I play some indoor cricket where I'm at now. A lot of Indians. They have a large community in like probably 45 minutes from where I'm at. When they turn the baseball pitches into cricket. Man, it's fascinating how the Indians love cricket. I have a lot of Indians and Bangladesh, Sri Lankans where I am at because of a particular how their work send them to this side, and like this time now it's cold, they will come and play a lot of indoor cricket. But because of the COVID, I'm basically passing and all of that, basically not taking any chances. Plus they travel a lot back and forth to India. You know, the Delta variant was there in India, so I really not playing no cricket because of that, because of the COVID. It's sad, but I really want to play. But that's the main reason why I'm not playing no cricket with them.
Yeah, man. And then congratulations to Brian as well. He recently got married, so congratulations. You know.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Brian. That's a very good thing. Myself can tell you that's a very, it's a very good thing.
The man say indoor cricket joke thing, boss. This man can't talk about no more playing of cricket. All right, but let's jump over, guys. Take it away. I mean, I'm in the background, so whatever you need me to put up, you just give me a shout, and I'll put it up on screen for you. You just let me know. But go ahead.
Yeah, G-Star. Yeah, I guess there's no big last week. Probably if we had done last week, it would have been a good week. When I look at how the picks go.
Oh, okay, but there's a big thing to talk about still, a big development in the NFL, Chris Lynch. Yeah. And it is the New England Patriots. Right? Remember we were having that discussion. I think it was
Kool-Aid that you mix and put aside. You didn't drink it.
The Kool-Aid is extra strong right now. It's extra strong. So
you see the effect of a Bill Belichick.
Yeah, man, no, man. Come on. You can't deny Bill Belichick, no, not at all, right? I've always just said Tom Brady is the catalyst. That's all. But, I forget Bill Belichick is a genius. You have to give him credit. Running the ball 3 times against the Buffalo Bills and coming out with a win.
2 times.
Yeah, they run it 3 times. They run the ball 3 times in the game and outrush them. I think they rush about 230 yards, run the ball down and throat.
Yeah,
Down
turn it
Buffalo.
around. Them throw it 3 times.
Yeah. Isn't that what I said?
No,
No?
you say them run it 3 times. So you turn it around.
Oh yeah, I meant they threw the ball. Yeah, they
Yeah.
threw the ball. They threw the ball only 3 times, and I think they're number one in the AFC right now, like a 6 or 7 game winning streak. However,
Yeah, they are 9
I
and
put them
4
in the same
basically.
category. I put them in the same category as the Phoenix Suns. They look good, have a good system, but I just don't think they're going to be talented enough to get to the Super Bowl. But we'll see. We'll see. So I mean, I think that is outside of the New England Patriots. Think it's on I think a 5 or 6 game winning streak. The Miami Dolphins, but does anybody really care about the Dolphins right now? Probably not. So we can move on to the picks right away. No delay.
My only thing on it, G-Star, is that they're going to be a very tough matchup in the playoffs. These type of teams, like with a rookie quarterback, it can be very tough because he has nothing to learn. He has nothing to earn for by losing, but he has so much to gain by going to the playoffs and just have nothing to lose. This is a learning curve for him, and it's very dangerous to play teams like that in a competition where you just need a win and you're going through to the next round and the next team goes out. So when the playoffs comes, it's going to be very difficult, especially they're setting up to have home field at New England. With Belichick, it's going to be nice. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, but G-Star look like him forgot him thing. But Mannings man was saying somebody in the comment football is a very good game. When I was in Jamaica, I used to think that it's not nice until I start watching it. It can get bored, to be honest. I wouldn't lie. It can get bored sometimes because what happens is that a lot of timeouts. That is the most bored part of probably football. But watching it, you have a lot of creative players, just like how you watch or soccer, and you see a lot of creative players. This game has a lot of creative players and beauty about it if you watch it. But the timeouts can be very sleepy. They can put you to bed because they have a lot of timeouts. And that is I would say the only big factor about football that really put me to bed, basically, G-Star. I was trying to convince some people to watch the sport.
Yeah. Yeah, and to me, still, yeah, I forgive the NFL, the players who play NFL credit because I look at it like this. When you have that car game, when you're playing chicken and you have 2 cars going on each other and you're about to collide, you're going high. You know the game of chicken, when I talk the game of chicken, when you're driving at each other, right? So imagine a human chicken now, 2 human beings running at each other as fast as they can and colliding into each other. And so that's you have to be a little bit crazy to do that, right? And that's why I personally wouldn't play NFL football none at all, right? So I have to give them a ton of credit in terms of their toughness. Rugby is different because nobody in rugby, people may say rugby is the same. They're not tackling each other like how they tackle each other in rugby. In rugby, you're trying to drag the person down. Nobody's getting laid out in rugby.
G-Star get a call, you got low. But yeah, man, it's a good sport to basically follow.
Yeah, and I think it's also good watching it on television, Chris. I think better watching it on television than going to the games. I can tell you that because I've gone like to high school games. Although the atmosphere is good, just what is there on the pitch and thing. But I mean, I must say the for me, one of the things that have really stood out to me is just the quarterback players this season. I think like Aaron Rodgers having a good season. Lamar Jackson having a good season. The Kansas City Chief is having a good season as well. What's the guy out there in Buffalo having a good season? Brady having a good season. So a lot of the I know Wilson is coming back from injury. He's doing a lot of the quarterbacks, the regular big time quarterbacks. They have been looking really, really good. This is one. I don't know if there's a running back or a tight end that you can say, boy, this man is really the quarterbacks, I think, and defense that has making the mark in the NFL from what I've been watching.
The Titans running back, name slipping me right now, but the Titans running back, Derrick Henry.
Henry, yeah. Well, Henry.
He was having a good season until he went down.
Oh, yeah.
He was having an MVP season until he went down.
Yeah.
But right now, I think most people think that Tom Brady going to get that MVP. He threw 5 touchdowns last week, so he's basically the front runner.
Yeah, and so that is the thing. I think normally you'd have like, several, and maybe when I get to the player, I don't know if a lot of them are kind of doing a lot of running game now to get to like the playoff for some of the wide receivers to kind of show their quality, because I haven't, except for Henry, like you said, it's really because Aaron Rodgers is also having a very good season.
Yeah.
I mean, given how all the turmoil at the beginning of the season with Green Bay Packers and him wanting to be out and all of that, he's having a good enough Aaron Rodgers kind of season. Let me say, Doc is also. I mean, Dallas was on a good run. I mean, I think they were 9-4.
No, I think they went to 8 and something. 8 and 5, if I recall it.
8 and 5. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, man. But some good games up this week, starting with the game tomorrow.
Yeah, the game tomorrow is Pittsburgh versus Minnesota. You can take it away, G-Star.
Who's at home?
Manning, you can put it up.
Yeah, man. Let me put up the game.
I think it's at Minnesota.
Pittsburgh at Minnesota. Who did Minnesota lose the last week? They lost to the Detroit Lions, a winless team. So going to NFL, bounce back game. They're playing at home. Nobody respects Kirk Cousins. They're actually a decent team, but they don't have a good record. They're fighting for the playoffs. So for that one, I mean, I'm going to have to go with the Vikings. Pittsburgh barely beat the Ravens on a last-second play. Well, it was a 2-point conversion, really, right? Went down through wire. So Pittsburgh is actually fighting for their playoff lives as well. It should be an entertaining ball game. I would say it'll be a 1-score ball game within 7 points. More than likely, the spread is probably like a +3, +4 for Minnesota. But I'm going to go with Minnesota, the favorites, the slight favorites on that one.
Yeah, Minnesota can be a very comedic team. They're very entertaining. Like to jump out with starts and then just give it up and surrender. That's the one thing with Minnesota. But I like the team, but I am going to go with Pittsburgh because now basically they are looking to go. They are 6-5-1 because they played in that big game that tie. So I think Pittsburgh is looking to steal one on the road from Minnesota.
All right. Next game. Oh, I said Jets versus
Saints. Yeah.
And Jets are at home. Right now, you could say these are two bad teams. Jameis Winston is done for the year, the QB position in the Saints. I think the Saints are a better coach. They definitely have a better defense. They started Taysom Hill last week, so I think they might go with Trevor Siemian this week because Taysom Hill was actually awful. So I'm going to go with the Saints in this one. Just better coach, more talent. The Jets are the Jets.
Yeah, like I said, the Saints have the better coach. The Jets I think the Jets, their rookie quarterback just came back. He was going toe-to-toe with Philadelphia until they march on and separate. But yeah, I have the Saints to win.
All right, so Panthers are at home against the Falcons. That's Killer Cam. He's back.
Killer who?
He might be back on the bench. He might be back on
Killer.
he might be
Hold
back on the
on, Jason.
bench. Killer Cam.
who? Killing himself for him team.
Yeah, Cameron Norton, man. Yeah, man. Cameron Norton. He had one of the worst performances. They say he had the worst performance ever for a former
Yeah, but how do you
quarterback.
call him killer?
That's a fact.
How do you call him killer, Cam?
He was once that.
No, you
his
don't
arm
know.
was-
Yeah, he was. He was. I'm being kind of tongue in cheek.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
the
Chris
Falcons,
Lynch, take it away, number one.
yeah, the Falcons play a good defense. We must say didn't get it going against who did they play last week? It's a week before they play Chiefs, but yeah, the
The
Falcons,
Falcons.
the Panthers, I don't know if they're going to start Cam again this week. Like I say, he had a horrible week 2 weeks ago against Washington. He did have a horrible week against. But I am not picking the Panthers any more time for this season. Depends on who they're playing, but they would have to be playing someone like Detroit. But I don't like the Panthers again because Cam Newton seemed like his arm is really broken and cannot throw the ball like I expected. I saw him in New England, didn't look like Cam Newton, and I saw him back at the Panthers. He's saying he's back. He was running good like he normally does, but I don't think he can throw the ball into tight space when it really matters. And that's why the Falcons will come out winners.
All right. Here's the thing with Cam. I don't necessarily think that Cam's arm is broken. What I believe and what has always been the case with Cam because of lack of accountability, Cam Newton has never worked on his technique, his throwing technique, right? People are saying the same thing now with Patrick Mahomes, right? It's his mechanics. So Cam's mechanics has always been high. And then back in the day in Carolina, what they would do is they would get 6'5" wide receivers. Greg Olsen was like 6'6", the tight end. I don't know if you remember Kelvin Benjamin and other players like that in Carolina. So instead of correcting the problem, they just kind of gifted him players to work around his problem. So he never had to fix his mechanical issues. So saying that now, coming present day, Cam, when you get older, you can't get over the same things you could when you were younger, right? Athletic wise. So the guy Walker, he played all right before, the quarterback in Carolina. The Falcons played decent against the Bucs, so they're not playing bad at all. The defense is still suspect, but Calvin Ridley is still out. So I would think this is a pick'em game because kind of two bad teams. I think the Falcons are in a better position. And if they're starting Cam again this week, there's no way I can pick Carolina because Cam has just been horrible. So I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, and then
the next game now, the Seahawks at the Houston. Yeah, Seahawks at the Houston Texans. This is an easy one. I would say this is a sure pick. I would definitely take the Seahawks. Russell Wilson playing a little better, coming back from the thumb injury or thumb surgery, I believe. And then now the Houston Texans, a bottom feeder in the NFL, a team that's vying for the number one draft pick overall, one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in the NFL. I think they're the least talented team in the NFL. Even less talented than Detroit. So for me, this is the easy one. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I have nothing to go against that. The Texans, they can come out. They can come give us a shocker again, but I don't see them passing Russell Wilson. Like I said, Tom getting better. and he should be able to hold on to this one. Cannot make it to the playoffs again, and should just be having fun.
All right. So next game, Chris Lynch, big game, big game. The Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs. How you feeling that one, now?
The Raiders is going to visit the Chiefs' kingdom. Not the most efficient offensively, but you know what's happening, guys? The Chiefs are playing good defensively, something that's rare this season because they have been when the season started, they were looking off on defense, but that hasn't been the case for the last 3 or 4 weeks. The defense has been winning games, while the offense still look like they cannot get it right. I expect at some time now that the offense, they did explode against the Raiders when they visit them at home. So it's a team they like to play. Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill did drop a couple sitters, what you would call sitters, catches that he should have taken. So basically, I think the Chiefs are on a roll now, and they're going to take care of business at home and look to go 9-4.
Yeah, I second that notion. I think at some point they're going to get together offensively. The defense is not looking bad. Deshaun Jackson though is looking good in the Raider uniform, playing decent. Give them credit. Derek Carr is kind of a remember because of the record, he won't be an MVP candidate, but he's been playing like an MVP candidate. So give him credit. Max Crosby on the defensive line, been balling. He might get one of the most improved player awards. We'll see. But overall, the Chiefs are on a 6-game winning streak, I believe, 5 or 6. I think it's 6-game winning streak. I think they will make it 7 because I believe they'll get together. Last time they put over 30 against the Raiders. So maybe division rivalry, division game. Patrick Mahomes is struggling though. He's really struggling. But there's no way I can go against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes in this one. So I myself will also take the Chiefs. And I believe this one is going to be a blowout. Maybe like 14, 20 points. The Chiefs will win. All right. And then now a big bad game in the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens, who just lost Marlon Humphrey, one of the top 5 cornerbacks in the league. Going against the Cleveland Browns at home, a struggling Baker Mayfield, a Cleveland Browns team that came off the bye. And basically, this is a tough game to pick because both teams, I think, are trending downwards. Baltimore has had Cleveland's number for years upon years, seasons upon seasons. So, based on how Baker Mayfield is playing as well, the defense in Cleveland is playing decent. But I just don't think they can get it together. I don't think they can make those 1 or 2 plays that you need, those 1 or 2 winning plays. I just can't see the Browns making those 1 and 2 winning plays. I can't see Baker Mayfield making those 1 and 2 plays. And on the other hand, I can see Lamar Jackson making those 1 and 2 winning plays that will win the ball game for them. So unfortunately, I'm a Browns fan, but they don't look good. I forgot the Ravens on this one.
Yeah, these two teams would have played 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, these two teams would have played 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the thing about the Ravens is that they haven't been blowing teams out the park. They have been getting a lot of close. Most of their games end up into close victories, or even if they lost, it's a close loss. But the Browns are very injured right now. The quarterback, I can't see him making plays like you say. I can't see an injured Baker Mayfield making plays. And that's why the Baltimore Ravens are favorites to win this one.
So you're going with the Ravens. So you're going with the favorites.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go from division game to division game to division game. The Washington, AFC, sorry, not AFC, NFC East or the NFC least. The Cowboys take on the Washington football team. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the stadium. I think it's FedEx Field. I know it used to be RF. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah. So Cowboys taking on the Washington football team.
Oh, you want me to take it, G-Star?
Yeah, man. We alternate.
Yeah, Dallas been playing good. They're 8-4. So earlier I told man they were probably 8-5. But yeah, they are 8-4 at Washington with 6-6. The quarterback is playing really good. Had a couple hit last week, didn't look himself, but they are playing good also. Washington, they are 6-6 though. And Doc, I think will think that this is a game they should win. But I think there's an upset line in that because I think Washington and Heineke will come to the forefront and win this one. So
That's your
Washington.
upset special.
Yeah, Washington for me.
I'm also picking an upset special for this one as well. Right. I think the Cowboys are kind of due for a loss. They haven't been playing bad, but they haven't been playing particularly good either. The offense still looks good. I think Washington's defense is running into form, and the quarterback play from Washington is hit or miss. And I just think that this week is going to be a hit, right? And they have a low-key star wide receiver or superstar wide receiver by the name of Terry McLaurin. He's excellent, right? So I look for him to make plays this week. I look for him to have a big game this week, and I look for it to be a low scoring ball game, like both teams under 20. So it'd be like, or maybe like a 20-18 victory or 20-17, something like that. So I'm going with the Washington football team on this one.
On the other hand, though, G-Star, you know the one thing about this game? Dak has played them 8 times and he's 7-1 against the Washington football team.
Yeah,
beating them at an average of like 14. So it's a bad upset special.
Yeah, you can look at it two ways, that they're due for a loss, or you can look at it that Dak owns them. So, it's always 50-50. Another division game, the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars go to Nashville, Tennessee, and taking on the Titans, who should be getting Julio Jones back this week, so they say. Ryan Tannehill has been struggling without Derrick Henry and without the two wideouts. But he should never be carrying a team. This wouldn't be a bad pick for upset special. But I think the Tennessee Titans will bounce back, playing at home. Getting Julio Jones supposedly coming back will be a big boost to the ball club. Defensively, they're pretty decent. And Jacksonville's, again, one of the worst teams in the NFL. I think they only have 2 wins on the season. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee. There's better coach, more talent, and they need to right the ship. They need to turn it around. They need a W. I think they've lost 2 games in a row. So I'm going with Tennessee, the Titans.
Yeah, like you say, rookie coach for the Jaguars, rookie quarterback. But they play good defense. That's what they do. They can keep a game close, but the offense doesn't get going to give them a chance, and that's the big problem with the Jaguars. But like you say, it's very hard to pick against the Titans. It's coming down to the business end of the season right now. Basically, the wins really matter for teams that is looking to contend to go to the playoffs and make some noise. And the Jaguars are basically, you would say, out. So I go with the Titans at home.
All right. And then following that game, this is a decent game. It's a pretty good game. to watch. The New York Football Giants take on the LA Chargers. It's in LA.
Yeah, a quarterback that I have a lot of time for, the Chargers. I really like the guy, Justin Herbert. I really like him, but he's going to face a defense, a defense that has gave Kansas trouble. I see them picking up each week, New York Giants, and it's going to be a rough one for him. I just think that he hasn't looked himself when he come up against defense that's all in the passing game at bay, and he doesn't look good. But I think he can still put up points on the board, and it would be enough to get past the Giants. So Chargers.
All right. I'm going to go with the New York Football Giants in this one. I think that Danny Dimes, aka Daniel Jones, is going to have I think this, I don't know, this is just a feeling, right? I think he's going to have one of his better games of the season, right? He hasn't been turning the ball over like how he was in previous seasons. But he's kind of, I would say, maybe out of every 10 games, 3 plays well, maybe 4 games. So for the year, he's been kind of, you'd say, mediocre. But this game, I just have a feeling that he'll break out in this game. Saquon Barkley is back. I think they're gonna feed him this game. The San Diego is a good team, talent-wise, offense, defense, and offensive line, defensive line, secondary, wide receivers. So the Chargers really do have more talent, and they're playing at home. But I'm going with the upset on this one, and I'm going with the Giants in a nail biter. Daniel Jones, maybe not the last drive, rather the defense gets a stop on the last drive. No, I think that's what it's going to be. The defense is going to get a stop on the last drive for the New York Football Giants. So give me the Giants in this one.
They have just so you know before you know why you come back here next week and said it. So I think they're out. Their 2 quarterbacks are out. So their 3rd string quarterback for the Giants should be coming in.
Hold on, so Daniel Jones isn't playing?
No, they're saying it's Jake Fromm who might come in.
Oh, then all right, then yeah, and scrap everything I said, and then simply go with the Giants. Go with the Giants in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go with the Chargers. My apologies. Go with the Chargers.
Yeah.
That's an easy call then. Jake Fromm, I don't think anybody's seen him play. I can't remember what college he went to, but that's an easy one then. I'm going with the Chargers. And then next we have the recently winning Detroit Lions going against the Denver Broncos in Mile High Stadium. Boy, the Broncos, boy, the Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback, he's the definition of mediocre. This is a tougher game to pick than you would think. I mean, people just look at the records and think, okay, the Denver Broncos. But the Denver Broncos have been sliding the wrong direction. And Detroit, they're kind of hit us in terms of playing teams close. So are they going I think this will be a letdown week for Detroit. I don't know, a lot of this NFL, a lot of it is psychological too, So after they got their first
Yeah, G-Star looked like him get a call again. But just to pick up from where G-Star yeah.
The game offense.
Producer
in my
man.
opinion.
Oh, G-Star. Oh, you did a break up,
you
G-Star.
can't hear me. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, well, yeah, man, everything was breaking up. So I ain't go with the Denver Broncos in this one. I just think that letdown game for Detroit. Teddy Bridge needs to have a good game for his career because people are looking at Teddy Bridgewater sideways because of his lack of effort, right? Especially after interception. So leadership wise, he's not looking good. So I think that he needs to give a good showing of himself just from moving forward because he's going to be a career backup. It's looking like I don't think he's going to get another starting gig because he was a starter at Carolina. They were mediocre. He's a starter at Denver, mediocre. So I think he needs to have a good showing, and I think he'll have a little bit better of a showing. He is who he is, but they're also playing against the Lions. So I'm going with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos are basically in survival mode for the playoffs. But like you say, the big thing is about the quarterback. He's not good enough. It's like I was watching him against the Chiefs, and every time he chose to throw the ball underneath, it just looked like it was going to be a pick. He's not throwing it at angles that basically take the defense out of it. He's basically giving the defense a chance to basically read and come up with a pick every time he throw the ball. So and the Lions and the other are not a good football team, but the Broncos defense, like they have been doing, winning them games, keep them in the game, and they should have enough. Bridgewater should be able to take them over the line. So the Broncos.
All right. We have Damien Oliver. Who is that? The preacher man?
Yeah.
Saying he's trying to join the show. No problem, preacher.
Welcome, preacher. So we have
all right.
We have the 49ers at the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals at a
so
swing.
The 49ers at the Bengals. This is a good game. This is
going to be a very good game. The thing about it, G-Star, is that last week the Bengals had a season. Oh, welcome, preacher.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, man. It's been a while.
Man.
Greetings.
Man, preacher. Welcome.
Yeah, man.
We're there the 49ers at the Bengals. But like I was saying, the Bengals, I have to win this one. But they had a seesaw game last week, Joe Burrow and Co. But the 49ers are playing. This is a second road game for them. I just think the Bengals can come away with the home win. I mean, the 49ers been playing good, the run game good, but I think the Bengals is a better team and should light up this 49ers defense.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right.
I think
preacher.
on the road, the 49ers are not necessarily a great team. They're much better at home. And the Bengals at home are a tough unit to beat. I think right now their quarterback wide receiver combo, the rookie wide receiver, the Burrow quarterback is probably one of the best quarterback wide receiver combos in the league right now. So I got the Bengals winning at home too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought last week they were in it. I can't remember who they played right now, but off the top of my head, but they were in it. They played the Chargers, and it was a fumble by Joe Mixon that was returned for a touchdown. For me, that was a pivotal play in that game. I think they came back from 24-0 to 24-22, and they were right there. And then you know how it goes, momentum, right? NFL a lot of game is a game of momentum a lot of the time. So two I wouldn't say good teams, but two right there borderline good teams, right? 49ers after a slow start, they have picked it up, playing better. The run game is back. Some people have gotten healthy. The Bengals, Joe Burrow, as Preacher said, the wide receivers are playing well. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. But I just think that going to the Bengals at home, to me, that would be the difference right there. If this game was in San Francisco, I would go with them. But based on the fact that this game is in Cincinnati, I'm going to go with the Bengals. Yeah? All right.
Yeah, preacher, you want to take away the goat game next, the Buffalo Bills at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You're talking about the loat, not the goat. You're talking about the luckiest of all time.
G-Star will have you on that one. You don't call
Yeah,
G-Star player
well,
that.
Bill Belichick is showing you that it is the coach and not the loat that makes the difference. But anyway, so yeah, this is going to be a tough game. I think the Bills coming off that defeat to the Patriots. Patriots ran the ball down their throats and they just couldn't stop it. The Bills are wounded and going into this game against the Bucs. I think the Bills will have a better performance, but that they somehow don't seem to be able to stop the run. And right now, Leonard Fournette is playing balls out. So even though I'm not really rooting for Brady, I see the Buccaneers winning this one, maybe in a close one, but Brady and the Bucs pull this one out at home.
Boy, let me tell you something. That game psychologically that the Bills lost, it has to be like one of the worst mentally because they asked the coach, like, do you give Bill Belichick props after that? And he's like, boy, I'm not going to give Bill Belichick more credit than he deserves. Like they just ran the ball every single play except for 3 times. The defense came up roses for the New England Patriots. So I didn't really like that response. It just shows me that the coach in Buffalo is clueless, right? He's lost, right? And for me, I remember Chris Lynch have been saying it for a good while. It's not that the Buffalo Bills, they say that they don't have an offensive line, so that's why they're not running the ball. The Buffalo Bills don't really try and run the football, right? Josh Allen is an excellent quarterback, but I think that the system that they have over there, like they think he's Tom Brady, and he's not Tom Brady. He doesn't have the mentals yet because he took a critical sack when he could have just thrown the ball away. So those simple plays, they're not holding Josh Allen accountable, and then the offensive coordinator is in Buffalo. He's just not getting the job done, in my opinion. When you look at the stats, you'll see that Buffalo is probably like top 3, top 5 in offense, right? But if you look at the stats, you also see that the Buffalo Bills have the number 1 defense in the league, right? I think they're 11th against the run. Well, New England Patriots told you that they're going to run the football because they had 6 offensive linemen on the field. They had a fullback on the field, so they're going to run the football. And what happened? They couldn't stop the run really, except for a few times. You couldn't stop the run on first down, so that's bad coaching. Now flipping the Tampa Bay Bucs now. It's Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. I don't think things playing this week again. Antonio Brown, but Gronk is back. The defense is rolling. Leonard Fournette rolling into shape. Offensive lineman is playing well. Mike Evans is balling. They still have Chris Godwin. So it's just going to be too much. The Buffalo Bills, they have the team. Trey White is injured for the year. Trey White is a top 3 to top 5 cornerback in the league. So all that is pointing, for me, it's pointing to a massive blowout for the Tampa Bay Bucs. They're going to murder the Bills this week because I think the Bills mentally, it's Buffalo. The Patriots got in their head last week, so I'm going with the Bucs in a blowout.
That's a big pick, G-Star, to go with a blowout because not like you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense have not been playing good. They have been giving up points just too easy. And you're playing against a guy who can put up numbers up there. So I don't think it's going to be a blowout, even though I think Josh Allen got a hit that I'm still looking to see if he can recover from it in basically a short week. And the Bills must have felt unlucky not to win that game. I mean, they get a fumble, they get 2 short field, they miss a easy, you can't say easy because the win was playing a factor. But they miss a field goal, and that field goal went in, then that last basically that last run that the Bills went on could have been a next field goal, but then he had to be playing for the touchdown because of how the game was, and they were behind. So there was a lot of stuff that didn't went in their factor, but that doesn't take away from the good coaching of Bill
No, but that's
Belichick.
fair enough, Lynch. They could have won the game, but they didn't. But Chris Lynch, they could have won the game, but they didn't. That is how NFL, execution is a part of the game, right? So what I'm saying is they did have opportunities to win. That is true. But I've been watching the Buffalo Bills all season. They haven't been playing good in the red zone, right? And I'm saying is this just like in most sports, it's about decision making. And the decision making from the Buffalo Bills, including the quarterback, it was not good. Certain times you cannot take a sack in the red zone. The game was on the line, 2 minutes left, 2nd and 6 from like the 12-yard line. Everybody knows that you're going to throw. Well, why didn't you run it at that point? Maybe it was probably 2nd and 9, but why didn't you run it at that point? You understand what I'm saying? Even Peyton Manning and Eli Manning were saying, yeah, they'll throw it, right? But you have to go against your nature sometimes, right? Everybody knows that you're going to throw it. Why not run it? Why not run it with Josh Allen? So I'm just saying, it's execution, it's just intelligence. They're not. The New England Patriots showed the Buffalo Bills that they are more intelligent, and they're better at executing. That is what it comes down to.
They have the greatest coach of all time, G-Star. Just say it, man. You're trying to fight it, but just let it go.
No, well, I have Bill Parcells as the greatest coach. I have Bill Belichick's mentor, Bill Parcells, as the greatest coach. But for me, you can't go on Bill Belichick in terms of the stats, the accolades. Numbers-wise, he is the greatest coach. I can't go on it. Bill Belichick is a genius, preacher. There's no doubt about that.
Thank you very much. That's why the load benefited from the goat. Let's move on.
That's just
let me just read a couple of comments. And then you guys can respond. I'm going to go through like the first 4, and then you respond, and then you continue. So Pagan 180 first, he said, "Welcome back, guys." He said, "You're back." He missed the show for the 2 weeks, so he's glad to see you guys. Then he says, Bills pissed the bed. They show that they are not ready to win the AFC East. Let down." Then he said, "Pats are now 9-4, leading the division." Then Gunners Boss says, "The weather was the factor. G-Star
leading the conference.
None of the teams played well on Monday night. In every close game for the remainder of the season, the Patriots and Buccaneers going to win." I guess he's saying, and then saying the NFL are playing for the Patriots and the Buccaneers to play in the Super Bowl. Then Pagan 180 says again, "Bucs are rolling. Fournette can finally catch the ball now. Brady's averaging almost 300 passing yards per game." And then Pagan 180 says again, "Probably a stay away from game. But Bucs win, in my honest opinion."
Come on, Bucs can win that game there.
Yeah,
no, I said Bucs can win that. The Bills are fragile.
Yeah, so you guys can continue. Those are some of the comments that were there.
Yeah. This is a crucial game for Tom Brady in terms of a four pass touchdown can basically give him that MVP trophy. For me, I think if he really turns up in this one, the MVP, you can basically hand it to him because
I'm not. Listen, you got Tom Brady has been throwing 100 more pass attempts per game than everyone else. Behave yourselves. It is obvious. It is very obvious that there is an attempt on the part of the Buccaneers to make Tom Brady the MVP. But even in games that are already decided, he continues to go out there and throw to get touchdowns. Stat padding. That's what it is. If we really want to talk about a true MVP this season, let's look at a quarterback whose overall play has been about efficiency, and in the absence of the quarterback, the team clearly is not as good. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has turned the ball over what? 3 times. 3 times. Aaron Rodgers has 20 plus touchdowns. The game that Aaron Rodgers did not play against the Kansas City Chiefs, you saw the difference. You saw what the Green Bay Packers look like. Aaron Rodgers went down to the number 1 team in the NFC without 3 of his top weapons and was able to come out there with a win. And you're talking about Tom Brady being the NFL MVP?
No, he's the front runner. Whether Rodgers been playing like that or not, he's the front runner, you know. It's not me.
Yeah, but it's all media hype. We need to look behind the numbers.
Aaron Rodgers missed a game. Aaron Rodgers missed a game.
Missing 1 game does not take away. It does not change it. Kyler Murray missed multiple games. That's why Kyler Murray might not be in the running.
Not because the conversation.
He has missed about 3 or 4 games. Aaron Rodgers missed 1 single game. And Aaron Rodgers
is contention. Preacher.
Listen.
Aaron Rodgers is right there. Nobody's denying that Aaron Rodgers is in contention. But Tom Brady, doesn't Tom Brady have better stats?
The man is throwing 100 more pass attempts. Think about it, G-Star.
But remember, I tell you, Brady throw 4 or more touchdowns in this game coming, then the MVP is.
I agree with you. And he's going to throw 4 touchdowns. And is that because the Bills don't have any safety coverage around there.
Fabian fully saying,
is that his
fault?
On
G-Star.
You're wrong about that. John Taylor and Michael Hyde are excellent safety.
Fabian fully saying Brady or Kyler. I think he's talking for the MVP. That's what Fabian fully saying. Either Brady or Kyler. Then
Brady or Kyler Murray.
Pine Action says Bill Belichick never coached Tom Brady. He coached the defense.
All right, let's put a stop on that, because people have that narrative about Bill Belichick coaching the defense. This is what you need to understand. The head coach of a football team is responsible for all aspects of the team's play. The 3 dimensions in NFL football, the head coach has the final say in what happens. Coaching of the quarterback goes specifically down to a quarterback coach. But the quarterback coach only prepares the quarterback in terms of the technical aspects of quarterbacking, how you throw, the different reads. Bill Belichick is the one who signs off on all plays related to the offense, defense, and special teams. So Pine Action, get your information straight. There's a reason why somebody
been repeating that rubbish, and it's not a good point, because, like I said, Preacher, obviously that's why Bill Belichick get the most money from those coaches, because every play come to him and he can decide if he goes with it or not. So the last call is always him. So that's why the credit has to go to Bill Belichick. It's not whether he teach Tom Brady how to throw the ball or teach Mac Jones how to throw the ball. That's not the conversation.
Yeah, come on, man. Raise the level of reasoning, man. Raise the level of reasoning.
It's like Bruce Arians at the Bucs now. He doesn't teach Tom Brady how to throw the ball.
Credit for Tom Brady. Absolutely.
Tom Brady has.
Come on, you have to give Bill Belichick credit because here's why. Because even look at this rookie, Mac Jones. It's the system that he has around Mac Jones as well, right? And if you can coach defense, you can coach offense. Meaning that even Peyton Manning said it on the broadcast that he learned a lot from Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy is a defensive coordinator who was the head coach at the Indianapolis Colts. So I'm sure Tom Brady learned a lot from Bill Belichick, and we've seen clips of them in the meeting room talking about Ed Reed and them thing that, and how Ed Reed covers the field. So we've seen that, man. Bill Belichick is the ultimate head coach, man. He's right up there with the Alex Fergusons, the Phil Jacksons, and the whoever else.
Let's get through the. You guys gave a pick for the Tampa Bay game?
Yeah, we got the ball.
Yeah, so it's just me. So obviously, like I said, I'm going with the Buccaneers because of the statement that I think Tom Brady really needs to seal up this MVP. But I have it in a close one, G-Star. I just think that the Bills is going to make good mockery of the defense. Not playing not playing very good. The Buccaneers defense.
All right,
So
well,
it's in a
somebody
close
talk.
one.
We can get the spread while Preacher talk about the next game. We can get the spread on this game afterwards, and we'll come back to it. Because that's the game of the week, you know. The Bills and Bucks is the game of the week.
No,
Right?
I think Preacher gave his pick on that one, right?
I said Bucks.
Yeah.
I said Bucks
man.
Preacher gave his
I
pick on it
want-
this time. It was
yeah,
me
no, I
that
just
didn't
wanna hear-
say nothing on it.
Yeah, man, I got you. I just want to hear the spread, though.
But they have
for
the
that game.
Buccaneers to win. They have the Buccaneers to win -3.
Yeah.
So minus
That's
two. So that's a field goal. So that means it's close. Hold on, the Pagan 180 said Bills is special. Only him can sign off on so many issues. He has complete autonomy. That's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. But all right, one more from him, Pagan. At the boss, you know, he was doing some excellent picks in the early start, and then we didn't hear from him. Bill is known as a defensive coach, but don't be fooled. He coaches offense impressively also. Yeah, man, that's kind of the same thing I said too. All right, so next game, Packers or Bears in Lambeau Field at the Green Bay Packers. Preachers, I guess apparently Preachers front runner for MVP, Aaron Rodgers. Christian, take that one.
Yeah, I like the Browns. I think Justin Fields, Aaron, they're basically trying to get Justin Fields. I think they play him. He has a rib. He has broken ribs, but I think they play him just to give him a feel again and get him prepared for next season, because obviously he has talent and can be a quarterback in this league for years. But this is a team that Aaron Rodgers has owned basically and doesn't let up on. And just like Tom Brady looking to put up numbers to get that MVP thing going, Aaron Rodgers is right here now saying, don't forget me. I missed 1 week, but I'm right here. And I think Aaron Rodgers too will be right behind Tom Brady and just making people like Preacher happy over the weekend. So the Bears, the Packers should win this one in a blown out.
Yeah, well, the Packers are playing for the number 1 seed. That's why it comes down to now, hoping that they can get back enough people healthy, get a bye when you go into the playoffs, and be ready and raring to go. Matt Nagy's job is also on the line here, right? Because the Bears have really been a bad football team, and the Bears, ironically, has one of the top defenses in the NFL, but still unable to produce offensively. It's going to be a tougher game than we actually project, because Bears-Packers games are always those kind of division games that, you know, it's really about bragging rights in the end. Aaron Rodgers telling them he owned them in the last game at Soldier Field. The Bears are coming with a chip on their shoulder. Green Bay wins, but it's not going to necessarily be a blowout. It's going to be one of those, you know, nip and tuck games, but the Packers are going to see this one up.
I disagree with Preacher. I think it's going to be an easy victory for the Packers. Chris Lynn said it best. Aaron Rodgers owns the Chicago Bears. I think Andy Dalton will probably still be the QB. If not, even let's just say it's Justin Fields. He hasn't had a lot of practice time. He hasn't had a lot of offensive reps. Let's face it. Who they have at wide receiver in Chicago? Allen Robinson and who? Mooney? Yeah, Mooney's okay, but still. And then Joey Graham is absolutely. It's not. Is it Joey Graham? No, not Joey Graham. Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. Passes back.
Yeah, Joey Graham played for the Toronto Raptors. Jimmy Graham is absolutely washed. So there's not a lot of weapons. The QB play is not there. Matt Nagy, you know, I think Matt Nagy is going to be fired regardless, but I don't think he's going to get fired in the season. Green Bay is too much. They've been playing excellent defensively. I think that even in terms of the MVP discussion, the offense hasn't really been carrying Green Bay. It's really been the defense, right? The offense has been middle of the pack. The defense, I'm not going to call it elite, but they've been playing very good defense this year. So saying all of that, it's an easy call. Green Bay Packers in a rout. So next game. We are going with. Oh, it's another big game. It's another big game.
It's a lot of goodies this week.
Yeah,
Monday night football. Yeah.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Rams against the Kyler-led Arizona Cardinals. Pagan 180 was saying Kyler for MVP. but I think he missed too many games. Matt Stafford has been struggling. Take it away, preacher.
Listen, this is the game that Matt Stafford is going to earn his paycheck in. All the hype around this trade with Stafford and him going to the Rams and them getting our boy OBJ and Von Miller. This is going to be the game that the Rams turn things around. The Rams lost to the Cardinals earlier in the season in what we call a blowout.
Yeah.
Now the Rams know that their positioning in the playoffs is on the line. If they win this game, they could still put the Cardinals under pressure to win the division. So I'm going with the Rams with the upset. I think the Rams have something up their sleeve. The defense has not yet played its best football, and Stafford has not played his best football. They're going to come good in this game. I would not be surprised if Stafford goes for 4 touchdowns in this game. So I'm going with the Rams.
All right, Chris Lynch, what says you?
Yeah, it's a good upset. Like, even though they got blown out the park in that first game, it's a good upset basically because OBJ is fresh. He still wants to make plays. It's basically a new team for him. He still wants to make plays. He needs the ball in his hand, so he's going to be hungry. Matt Stafford seems to be finding him. Especially last week, it was good, but I like the Rams in this one. I just think that the Cardinals, they have been swinging good, but I don't know. It's hard to pick against them because they have been playing what Preacher described as efficient football, and they are winning games. So it's hard to pick against them, but I just think like Preacher, the Rams might just want this one. It's at the Cardinals, it's at Arizona also. So it's a big upset if it come through based on how the division is going.
Gentlemen, again, would have to see the spread, but I don't think it's a big upset. It's probably like a 2-point spread. But here what? I love Troy Aikman as a commentator still, But Troy Aikman said something that made me drop off my couch. The man said Robert Woods is a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, right? He literally said that during the game. Oh gosh. I almost drop off my couch, my dad.
Yeah, but G-Star, before you continue, Robert Wood is a top 5 slot receiver in the NFL. Listen, playing in the slot and playing outside the numbers are 2 different things. And with Robert Woods playing inside numbers, it gave Cooper Kupp a lot more opportunities outside the numbers. The thing with OBJ, why OBJ is not necessarily a great replacement or fit, is OBJ demands the same outside the numbers possessions, attention as Cooper Kupp. When you lose Robert Woods, you can't replace that. Very few wide receivers play inside the numbers like Robert Woods. So when he says top 5, you have to contextualize what he means when he's talking about top 5. Just wanted to add that.
No, man. Listen, he didn't say top 5 slot wide receiver. He said top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah.
If he said top 5 wide receiver, I would let that go. But when you said top 5 wide receiver in the league, is who's the best wide receiver in the league? Nobody talks about Robert Woods. And did you know how many yards Robert Woods got last year, Preacher? He got like 600 yards.
Yeah. But you see, we raise our level of conversation about the NFL on this channel, right? When we talk about the importance of a wide receiver, it has to be positional importance of a wide receiver. There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers, for example, wanted Randall Cobb back, outside of them being good friends. Randall Cobb plays in the slot. He makes those plays that are not necessarily going to pack up the stat number, but those are the important plays in the slot, in between the numbers.
Can I ask you a question? Are you a Green Bay fan?
Yeah, I'm a Green
Aaron Rodgers fan. Clearly,
No, I know that because you're talking a bunch of junk. When you mention Randall Cobb, listen, this is one of his guys in terms of he's familiar with Randall Cobb, so he wanted him back. But
it's his slot presence. It is his slot presence. What Tom Brady? Listen,
I agree.
Would you consider Wes Welker a top 5 wide receiver in his heyday at the Patriots? No, he was not a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. But Wes Welker was easily one of the best wide receivers playing in his position. And Tom Brady.
Wes Welker made Pro Bowls. Robert Woods is not making any Pro Bowls. Wes Welker, in his heyday, was a perennial Pro Bowler. Let's not do that. Please. You talk to someone who actually...
Preacher G-Star, we have the one and only Pine Action all the way from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Easy Pine.
John in the show, but he has some sound in his background. I don't know. He's trying to get some banana chips out of some bag or some lunch kit. So let's see if his background is better now. Pine
Welcome, Pine Action. Even though you're talking the foolishness.
Go ahead.
Welcome,
hey, listen to me, G-Star. Big up yourself. Chris Lynch. Grow up and be a man. Stop your feelings to people because them not agree with you. I tell you, you're not call me phone and me I call you, you're not answer because
we are here to talk.
But
NFL
Pine Action.
Anyway, we're talking NFL football now, but me have to check Chris Lynch, my son, first, man. Allow me, please. I'm at work. You hear the Farcliffe in the background? Preacher. Big up yourself, preacher.
Much love, man.
I'm not tell you to big up yourself because you're not getting no bigger. Man.
Yeah.
You don't know me tell you, so when we come on the show, I am not here to talk all serious sports. I'm here to make the show lively with some fun and games too. So you have to allow me, boss. Please and thanks. I will not curse anyone or disrespect anyone. How about that?
That sounds good.
Yeah, man, that don't sound true, but...
Yeah, man. So now, preacher, hear this now. You and G-Star I've been saying this since you have that debate about Tom Brady with what's his name? The kid. All right? No.
Highgate.
Who won that debate, preacher? Highgate. Who won that debate?
Preacher look like him cut out for a minute.
Hello?
But that's a rhetorical question. Keep going, Piney.
Yeah, Piney, we know who won the debate. No, the debate was won by Highgate because the judges decided that Highgate won the debate, not necessarily because Highgate presented facts.
You know why? Highgate won the debate? It's because I prepared him for it, and I let him know. The fact is, Bill Belichick have not been coaching the offense. He has never been a full-time coach of Tom Brady. How you gonna give him any success for Tom Brady's upcoming? No. He only meet Tom Brady once per week on a Tuesday to go over what the defense might do in the coming week. That's what Aqib Talib, NFL Super Bowl champion with the Patriots, said on the Morning Cast on Monday. I have been saying that way before your debate, and now I hear the player who plays for the Belichick and the Patriots.
One quick point, Piney. The mood of the debate was, who is more responsible for the success of the New England Patriots between 2011 and 2019? Now, the fact that Bill Belichick may have met with Tom Brady once a week does not negate Bill Belichick's contribution to all other aspects of the team's preparation and development. Tom Brady does not block anybody. He does not tackle anybody. He does not play on special teams. He does not play on defense. He plays the single most important position in football, which is the quarterback position. But the quarterback without a proper offensive line is nothing. The quarterback without a defense that will stop other teams from scoring is nothing. The quarterback without a special teams unit that limits the field possession of the other team is nothing. So I give Highgate the debate, but the logic, the facts are that the head coach has to be given a lot more credit when a team is as successful over the long stretch that the New England Patriots was successful. Come on. That's just logic. That's just common sense. Anyway, we can move on.
Yeah, but we don't need to really get that.
Yeah.
Here, what, preacher? You want make your picks so we can keep track of next week, because
sure.
Manning's man brought team expert, and I've been beating up on him still, Kems,
Oh dear.
Right. So in terms of the predictions, so You want try? You want try?
James
sure.
the area.
Sure.
I should
Sure,
see
just-
James Friday. I'm going to tell James that you're bragging about who beating up on him.
All right. So let's just do this quickly. Just give me G-Star, Chris Lynch. Just give me the games and I'll tell you my picks. I'll do it quickly because I might have to run.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's run through. It's a run through. Vikings Steelers. Vikings are at home.
Vikings Steelers. Vikings gonna win this one at home. Vikings defense is gonna be too much for Big Ben, who can't move to get to the toilet. So I got the Vikings.
Mannings, bring up the list again for me, please. The Chiefs play the Raiders. The Chiefs are at home.
Chiefs Raiders at home. The first game between them, I think the Chiefs won that one. I'm still going with the Chiefs. They're finding their footing right now. They're looking like
Washington.
Cowboy Washington. Wow, what a game! This is a hard pick. To be honest with you, I'm just picking. Picking Washington just because. I'm just picking Washington just because. I'm going with Heineke, man. Heineke, man. Heineke.
We all picked the upset special on that one. Ravens versus the Browns. It's at Cleveland.
Ravens, Browns at Cleveland. Baker still not his best. I'm going with Ravens. Bouncing back this week. Yeah.
All right. So we all picked the Ravens. Let's go with Jaguars at Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, that's a gimme game for the Titans, man. Come on, move on.
No, please also remember you're checking Pagan
180.
He has Bills, then he has the Steelers, he has the Chiefs.
No, hold on there. I have to do it one at a time.
Okay.
Or if anything, I'll go back and look at the broadcast.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, continue.
Management, you take Pagan 180. So
yeah, money's mine, and then just send it to me. All right, next one now.
Yeah, but I see Pine Action put in his picks as well. So, all right, let me see.
I tell you now, we should next season we should make it about some money, you know.
Or some Tricknick.
Yeah.
All right, or some Tricknick. There you go.
Okay.
Giants at Chargers.
We got the Chargers for that.
All right, so you got the Chargers. Next one now, Lions at Denver Broncos.
Got the Lions with the upset.
So you're going to upset special. All right, here's our goodie. The Bengals play. Who did the Bengals play?
49ers.
Bengals
playing at home. Yeah, Bengals win at home. Yeah.
Okay, so we all got the Bengals. A couple more games. Seahawks versus the Texans.
It's a gimme game for the Seahawks. Seahawks with a win.
Yeah, I think that's the really only sure pick for me for this week. Then we got
the Packers against the Bears.
Yeah,
that's the
Bears.
Yeah, Packers versus Bears. Packers win, and the Bucs beat the Bills. Yeah.
All right, the Saints play the Jets.
Saints, Jets. Wow, that one is up in the air, you know, because right now the Saints don't have any real quarterback. I'm not sure how my boy Fingers stay right now.
Well, they have a great offensive line. They have great defense. They have great special teams.
Yeah, but I did say that the quarterback without
Taysom Hill finger got
Taysom fingers injured. His finger is injured. So how are you gonna throw the football?
And he's garbage. But they have Trevor Siemian, don't they?
No. Well, guess what? You know what? I'm going with the coach. I'm going with the Saints coach for this game. So I'm picking the Saints.
All right, that's pretty much what I said as well. And then, last but not least, the Falcons play against. Who do the Falcons play? We're both. Me and Chris Lynch both picked the Falcons still.
I think it's the Panthers. Is it the Panthers?
Yes, the Panthers.
Yeah. I'll go with the Falcons. All right, guys, I have to run because work is called.
All right, Preacher. Thanks for coming on again, man.
Yeah, man. Sure, I'll make an effort. Cool.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Yeah, Preacher, bring some vibes to the show, Chris Lynch.
Yeah, man, Preacher.
All right, so I have some picks that I want to call up. Make sure I get them. So I have like Pagan pick the Steelers.
Hold on. Let me write it down.
Yeah, let me tell you what I have for, and then I'll tell you what I have for Piney.
All right.
So
No,
Pagan
well, just
have,
tell me at the same time. Tell me at the same time, man.
but I don't know the games. I'm going to have to just give it them one at a time.
Yeah, him don't
Yeah.
know the
All right, go
games.
on. All right, go on. All right, go on.
So
Pagan, go
Pagan
ahead.
have the Steelers. He has
Yeah,
Chiefs. He has
yeah.
Tennessee winning. He has the
Titans,
Ravens
yeah.
winning. He has Bills
Ravens, yeah.
winning. He has the
Bills.
Niners. Bills.
Yeah,
He has
yeah.
the Niners winning.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks winning. Bucs winning. And Green Bay winning.
No, you can't have Bills and Bucks winning.
Oh,
And what was
Because
the last team?
they play each other.
What was the last team you said, Mannix, man?
Green Bay.
Packers.
Right.
Yeah,
And
all
then
right.
Piney has Washington,
Yeah,
Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee
yeah,
Titans.
yeah.
He has the Broncos. He has Seattle. He has the Bucks, and he has the Saints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7
Yo,
picks here.
tell them to send the rest of the picks to your phone so I can keep the record.
Yeah, so Piney, you can send me you can WhatsApp the info to me. Pagan, you can just send it to the Instagram or the same number that we normally put up, the 876 number, so I can send that on to G Star so we can keep the picks
Yeah,
recorded.
man, but Chris Lynch, you can definitely tell Ken, but it's a fact, you know. I mean, I have been winning in terms of getting more numbers.
No,
Right?
I know, man. I know it's you just being you just being boastful about your picks.
Kems want to have you on his thing, you know.
Yeah, man, I said I'd come on Saturday for sure. If if you have me on Saturday, so
Yeah,
for sure.
Kems normally has a show on Saturday.
Yeah, but I mean my short picks
man,
are my I can give you my short picks of this week, you know.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, man. The Chiefs are winning this week. The Ravens are winning. The Buccaneers are winning. The Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 4. The Seahawks and the 49ers. That's my 6.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are good. I think the Seahawks are the Seahawks for sure. But for me, we don't have a lot of sure pick. Like for gamblers, I'm talking about.
Oh.
This is a bye week for gambling.
3.
We're losing it.
The gambling picks.
Oh, so you're saying that even though they are picks, they are not really picks geared at gambling. Right?
But all in all, good show. Money's man. Money's money. If you get Kems and Preacher at the same time, you know, the show is platinum.
And Piney.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, man, we hearing you. I don't know why you can't come on
Pine Action.
No, hold on, Pine Action. What happened is that you can't click on the video to come on. You have to click on the link. So you can the show is about to close, but that's the link. If you click on the link, you can come on and give your closing talk. So that is the link. I put it in the comment section. That is what you have to click on and see. Yeah, man. But we'll be, and then Country had a Countryman had an engagement, so that is why he wasn't here. But we can reach out to him to get his picks as well. But you guys are way behind because Kems would have had way more points than you because 2 weeks were missed.
No, man, but we're going week by week. I forgot with the we can only go
the that we do.
Oh, you want to do it by those? Okay.
Yeah, because like Preacher wasn't here for the longest while, so I couldn't say I'm ahead because Preacher didn't pick, right? But you know who was good though? Pagan 180, you know, that the first couple of weeks he was picking
Pagan
excellent.
had some good picks.
Man, tell you. But I like the controversy what Preacher come with.
Preacher.
Man's man, isn't it?
Yeah, man. See Pagan 180
Preacher controversial.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, still you have to give both the coach and the player who gets more credit. Listen, if the team lose, the coach gets beaten, right? If the team wins, the quarterback gets the praise. So obviously, at the end of the day,
No, you're wrong. They both get beaten. They both get beaten. In the NFL, man, when
unless
you
there's a
lose, the
turnover,
quarterback get beaten
unless
and the
there's a
coach
pick.
get beaten.
No, unless there's a pick. Generally in football, when the team loses, it is the coach that they blame. When the team wins, it is the players that get the credit.
Mannings, man, but I'm not asking you. Right? Unless it's a rookie. No, hold on. Unless it's a rookie quarterback, the coach will get the blame. Unless it's a rookie quarterback. But other than that, like for instance, Matthew Stafford in Los Angeles Rams, who's get the beating? It's not even the coach, you know. It's Matthew Stafford get beaten. It's not McVay in the Rams.
That's because of his careless.
Right?
It depends
In
on the
Chicago.
play. Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless there's like a pick or something like that.
Depends on the play. But what I can say is that both of them are very great at their position. Coaching and quarterbacking. Brady and Belichick is very.
There's no doubt about that. And Mannings, man, remember, you know, when it comes to responsibility, you know, who is more important, right? The quarterbacks make like $45 million a year. That's how much Patrick Mahomes makes, right? The best coaches in the league, I think Bill Belichick makes about $15 million a year. So it have to be the quarterback. The quarterback makes 3 times more than the coach. So clearly the quarterback has to be more valuable, right? Because
no, I'm not talking about value. No. You see, there's a difference now, you know. Because you see, the use of words is very important. Because we're not talking about who is more valuable. The quarterback is more valuable, but it doesn't mean that he's more responsible when the team loses. In other words, if when the team loses, if they believe like Patrick Mahomes don't win a next Super Bowl in the next 2-3 seasons, Kansas City, you know who they're going to get rid of? You think it's Patrick Mahomes if he continues to produce and get to the Super Bowl final and loses? They're probably going to get rid of the coach because they're going to say that the coach is not calling the correct plays unless they're obvious picks.
You're right. No, you're right about that.
Pagan, 11 a.m. next week, same way Pagan, 11 a.m.
And then Pagan is saying it depends, Manning's coach oftentimes though. Yeah, I'm saying the coach normally get then pan action. He said no Manning's man. The quarterback gets most of the flack for the loss. The coach
they do
always take the blame, even when the team.
It's just that you cannot replace the quarterback, Manning's man. The coach is easier to replace than the quarterback. That is why they replace the quarterback. I mean, that's why they replace the coach. Because it's easier to replace the coach than the quarterback. In Kansas City, you cannot replace Patrick Mahomes. So you're going to change the coach.
All right. So if say New England were to win the Super Bowl, would Bill Belichick get the credit?
Definitely. Absolutely.
All right.
Bill Belichick
Watch
get
this
all the credit.
If Tampa Bay wins the Super Bowl, who is going to get the credit?
Tom Brady.
All right. So how if one team win, the coach gets the credit, but when the next team win, it is the quarterback that gets the credit?
No, because it's context. because Bill Belichick is bringing a rookie quarterback, right? He's bringing along a rookie quarterback. He's nursing him along. So in New England, Bill Belichick will get the credit.
All right, but you see the issue now. So when you put Bill Belichick and Tom Brady together, Chris Lynch, who should get the credit? It's what I'm saying, because remember, in Tampa Bay, you're giving Brady the credit. In New England, you're giving Belichick the credit. If both of them are on the same team, who gets the credit?
Tom Brady.
Oh,
it's Tom Brady. It's like who you give more credit, Michael Jordan or Phil Jackson? Obviously, it's Michael Jordan. It's the same. It's kind of like that.
That's a tough one still. I see somebody here saying, Pagan saying, it depends on the variables, which is
that was the one he said before that. Yeah, the one before that.
Oh, and then Piney says Bill Belichick will get the credit because he have a new quarterback, not to win but to manage the team. And then Acism in Jamaica said people forget Mac Jones is the winner before he got to New England.
That sounds like Highgate. People forget Mac Jones is the winner before he got to New England. He's talking about in college at Alabama.
College, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So Mac Jones is a good QB, because I only watch New England in preseason, you know. I don't usually watch preseason NFL, right? But I actually watched the competition between Mac Jones and and Cam Newton. Now, Matt Jones was playing well, but you have to give Bill Belichick credit, man. It's just, you have to know. You just have to know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just have to know. But
Yeah.
it all comes down to Bill Belichick is an absolute genius, man. No doubt about it. He's a genius.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
he
that
says
Tom Brady is a goat. Tom Brady is just a goat.
yeah, so he says
It's just
he
higher
says
rank
yes.
genius.
Yeah. He says yes, it's Highgate. So you're
Yeah,
right,
man, big-
G-Star. You guess right. Yeah, man. So
Yeah,
people,
man.
listen, that's the show for this week. I don't know if any of the panelists have any closing words, but that's the show for this week. Really, 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 really good show. Again, we do this on Wednesdays unless there is some unforeseen situation. We do this every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Right? It is our NFL show. Great content. I mean, I want to say a big thank you to Chris Lynch again. Always, these guys, he always has his information, have his stuff written down on paper, and make sure he gets everything to a T. Always giving good picks. Also to G-Star, who, in spite of work obligation, he comes in, and the preacher as well. And Countryman was very apologetic about not being here, so he can't wait to get here. Thanks to all of you for joining. Thanks for Pine Action. The forklift took his phone, because the forklift probably figured that he was talking some things, that never made sense. So please stay far away from the forklift for the next week's show. Pine Action. So we don't have that, right? Yeah. So again, Highgate, Pagan 180, always in the building. Man of Steel, Fresh God, all the other persons who watch, thank you. Always hit the like button, people. We meet again next week at 11. I mean, Chris Lynch, big up yourself, take care. And yeah, man. And G-Star, thanks again.
Yeah, man.
You understand
Yeah,
me?
man. No problem. That's a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Always. All right, people. Again, enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to leave with a word from our sponsor, Tritnic. Remember, Tritnic is a Jamaican-owned and operated company in Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. All you have to do is shop at www.tritnic.ca and use the code I am sure sports. I am sure sports, right? I am sure sports 001, and you will get 25% discount on all their products. Big up CC Sports Lab. Yeah, man. Yeah, and big up Christopher Carroll. Yeah, man. Respect. Thanks, man. Mean really, really appreciate you coming on the show as well. All right. Bless up one and all. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll leave you with a word from our sponsors.
Of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?